Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, episode 27. I'm Mateus Costa. Today we dive into the D7-D8 Income Buffer Blueprint, a practical 12-month plan to build, document, and present funds so SEF and landlords see a stable, traceable income story without risky shortcuts. Imagine you walk into a SEF appointment and your bank statements show a single six-figure transfer last month. It looks good at first, but to an officer, it reads as an outlier, not a predictable income. That uncertainty is what triggers follow-ups, delays, and sometimes refusals. I've seen skilled nomads turned away because their financial story was spike-heavy and poorly documented. That's avoidable. Promise and quick primer. Here's the high-level reality. SEF wants predictability. For D7 and D8, they need to see that you can sustain yourself in Portugal. A 12-month income buffer is the clearest way to show continuity. Not just savings, but a pattern. Today, I'll give you a 3-part blueprint. Calculate the buffer, structure your income mix and evidence, and present yourself with habits and documents that remove ambiguity. Section 1. Calculate your buffer. Start by listing realistic monthly costs. Rent, utilities, groceries, transport, health insurance, taxes, and a discretionary buffer for emergencies. Don't undercut housing or health. Multiply your realistic monthly cost by 12 to get a 1-year baseline. Then apply a safety factor. I recommend 1.2 to 1.5 depending on income variability. Example, if your true monthly needs are 2,000 euros, 12 months is 24,000 euros. With a 1.25 safety factor, your buffer target is 30,000 euros. That's the amount you want visibly reserved or demonstrable as predictable income. Where to hold it and how to separate funds. Use a reputable bank account with monthly stamped statements and an IBAN tied to your name. If possible, keep one account for operational cash flow and a separate buffer account. Label transfers in your bookkeeping or banking reference to show intent. For example, buffer deposit D7 evidence. If you hold funds in multiple currencies, keep a consistent conversion record. Portugal rewards preparation. Separating funds makes the financial story simple for SEF and landlords. Section 2. Structure your income mix. SEF likes at least 2 predictable, verifiable income types. The strongest combinations are recurring client contracts or retainer fees, automated standing transfers from a primary income source, and small passive streams like dividends or rental income. If you have variable freelance work, convert part of it into fixed monthly retainers or recurring invoices. Automated transfers, a standing order that pays into your Portuguese or EU bank monthly, look very good. Avoid relying on a single big transfer. How each income type looks to SEF. Recurring contracts show contracts and invoices. Standing orders show consistent deposits labeled clearly. Dividends or rental payouts show bank credits plus supporting statements or rental agreements. Small interest from savings or P2P lending can help, but shouldn't be your primary evidence. Keep at least 2 different verifiable threads, so SEF can see redundancy. If one stream fluctuates, the other backs it up. Optimize your life while you relocate by prioritizing predictability over maximum short-term yield. Section 3. Create a verifiable trail and present yourself well. Documents matter. SEF accepts standing order confirmations, stamped bank statements covering 12 months, invoices tied to client names, signed contracts, rental agreements, and short CPA summary letters stating income composition. For translations and notarization, translate only what SEF requires. A certified translation of your core documents is often enough. Notarize high-value contracts when possible. Time uploads so your statements show consistent past 12 months. If you're building a buffer now, pair current deposits with a CPA letter explaining your plan and expected recurring transfers. Habits, presentation, and the small credibility cues. Daily bookkeeping creates the narrative. Label deposits, keep scanned invoices and receipts, and maintain a simple spreadsheet that maps sources to bank entries. Dress neat for SEF appointments. A groomed, calm appearance reduces friction and communicates seriousness. Practice a short script to explain your finances clearly. For example, in English or Portuguese, say, I receive a monthly retainer of X euros from client A, monthly dividend of Y euros, and I maintain a dedicated buffer account of Z euros for living costs. Simple, confident, and transparent beats rambling explanations.
Real nomad example and common mistake. One client had a solid total net worth, but 90% of it arrived as a one-off sale the month before renewal. SEF flagged it as a non-recurring event and requested proof of income continuity. The fix, he split the buffer into a separate account, set up 2 standing orders representing recurring client retainers, obtained a CPA letter explaining the recent sale and the transition to recurring retainer income, and provided invoices showing future contracts. On the second submission, the renewal was granted. The mistake was treating a one-off transfer as a substitute for predictable income. Don't do that.
Immediate actions. What to do today. 1. Calculate your buffer. List your real monthly costs and multiply by 12, then apply a 1.2 safety factor. 2. Set 2 standing orders or automated transfers that will create visible recurring deposits next month. 3. Schedule a short CPA or accountant statement that summarizes your income plan and be ready to translate it if needed. Do these 3 things in the next 72 hours, and you'll already be moving from a risky SPUNT profile to a predictable, compliance-first plan. CTA. If you want the checklist and template scripts, download the Income Buffer Checklist and the Deep Dive module inside Nomad Life Success. The checklist includes the calculation template, a sample CPA letter, a bank statement checklist, and a short SEF landlord script in English and Portuguese. Join the module if you want step-by-step feedback on your documents. We also walk through appearance and communication rehearsals to reduce appointment friction. Portugal rewards preparation. This toolkit helps you present a clear, credible story. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Start applying one thing this week. Remember, small daily habits create big lifestyle wins. Portugal isn't just a destination. It's your optimized new beginning.